Well, really getting on top now, Jim Rock. Looked very tired as he came back to the corner. Rob Stevenson. A bad neck under the right eye. It's bleeding a little now too. And all the corner of Jim Rock are concerned with is just pulling the shorts down a little. They really have this in the bag, or so they think. Of course, anything can happen in this sport.
That was a big round for Jim Rock. A big round. I think we're going to see a big solid left hand here. Bang. Oh, right hand. Oh, right. Lovely. Lovely. That was a hard delivered right hand. Very nice.
I think the main difference between these two fighters now is the fact that Jim Rock really is getting stronger, whereas Rob Stevenson is going backwards a bit now.
Seconds out, round 5.
Well, 2 rounds including this one to go in this contest. Jim Rock looks well on top. Stevenson trying to take the play away at the beginning of this 5th round.
That jab is, every time it's thrown out there, God, it just really lifts Stevenson's head off his shoulders. A real strong, solid left jab. It doesn't only score points, it also hurts.
Disguising that right hand shot well too. Very short, very choppy. Again, very short punches, quick 3-punch combination.
1, 2, 3, bang, right on target. It's quite a fast pace, Nicky, for guys who are, that, you know, at this weight you don't normally see guys like throwing so many and fighting so hard. You know,
I think that is
back a wee bit.
That's Jim Rock's style. He's very fit, as we say. Being caught by collar punches himself again, the right hand there. Needs to regroup, get his concentration back.
It's a good fast pace.
Oh, yes.
Oh, good reply by Stevenson. Good reply.
Well, this Rob Stevenson really is a tremendous fighter. Very skillful boxer, taking some good punches, but coming back tremendously well.
That left jab of Stevens or of Rocks is really a big factor in this fight.
Good shot from Stevenson inside. Good right hands. Well, Rock looks so steady and not breathing at all, but I'm sure he must be tiring.
He's as steady as a rock, Nick.
Well, another good round for Jim Rock. Well, he's so calm in that corner. So calm there, not out of breath at all. He must be very fit. He must have been training hard when you saw him.
Well, he was coming near the end of his training schedule, but he was still working hard. We will see these 3 punches here now. 1, 2, no, 3.
Delayed action there, but they were very good shots.
Seconds out. 6th and last round.
Well, final round of this light middleweight contest. It's been a good one. Jim Rock in the pink. Surely 2 or 3 rounds up at least over Rob Stevenson of Hull.
I'm very impressed with Rock, Nicky, because it's only his 3rd fight, and he's out there. He's like an old seasoned pro. He moves well, he jabs well, he punches well. You know, he seems to have all the qualities that it takes, you know, to get your foot on the top rung of the ladder.
He's one of those fighters who, even though he's only had 3 fights now, you wouldn't mind putting him in with one of the good top prospects in the country, the top boys. You think he wouldn't get hurt, you know, he could perform well there. Good right hand again. Don't think he's an absolute a really big puncher, Dave, but he certainly is a crisp puncher. He's put all his opponents down during his first 3 fights, except for this one where he's all but done that.
He's not a KO specialist, but he's what you call a hurtful puncher. He needs to hit you 2, 3, 4 good shots in the trot in order to knock you out. He just couldn't knock you out with 1 straight blow, but he's a nice, hurtful, crisp puncher.
I think he's probably been a bit unlucky with the matching he's had for the first 2 fights. Certainly this one, Rob Stevenson, many lesser guys would have gone down, but he really has performed well. You have to give him credit for that.
Plus the fact is, Nicky, it's a real good test for this guy. At such an early stage of his career, he's fighting a real top quality opponent here. So you have to give him a real bit of credit, and you have to give Stevenson credit too, because Stevenson's a good fighter, and he's soaked up here a lot of good right hands and a lot of good left hooks. You know, so give both guys a big pat in the back, because they both deserve it. I think we'll be seeing a lot more of Jim Rock in the future now, because he's a nice, good, clean, sound boxer.
Certainly do. He's one of those fighters that I think he's got a bit of everything, you know, and he's going to go a long way. Take a good man to beat him.
Come on, Rob. Come on, Rob.
Well, we enter the last 30 seconds of this contest. Jim Rock finishing very, very strongly.
I tell you, these guys will be sore tomorrow morning, because these guys have both soaked up quite a bit of punishment. They'll be aching all over tomorrow morning. They'll need a good hot bath, steep in it for about an hour.
Well, we've no doubt who the winner was there. Stevenson goes in hope to the referee, but no, it's Jim Rock, the Pink Panther. A rock-solid performance from Jim Rock. And Rob Stevenson deserves great credit for that contest. I'm sure Jim Rock and his corner will be very, very happy there. 3 wins out of 3. Good performance. Well, Harry McGavock, the big bopper, just waiting for the referee's verdict to get the points on the card.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee scoring of that contest. 57 points to Stevenson, 60 points to the Pink Panther. The winner, Jim the Pink Panther Rock.
Well, as Harry McGavock said, it's the 3rd win out of 3 for Jim Rock. The Pink